Hi guys, hi, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing my re-evaluation or re-intro or re-up to my Makeup Rehab series. Makeup Rehab is something that I am doing on my channel and that, as far as I know, was created by Steph from It's Just Steph, and there are plenty of people here on the platform that do it. But basically, it's a low-buy series in which you give yourself points. And with those points, you can utilize those points for purchases throughout the year. And I did it last year. I called it my beauty budget series because I didn't, I guess, realize that it was a whole thing until I was halfway through the year. I just thought it was a spectacular thought process that she had. I didn't realize there were so many people doing it. So this year I'm going to call it Makeup Rehab because that is what Steph calls it, and that is what everybody else here on the platform calls it that is doing it. And again, as far as I know, it was created by Steph from It's Just Steph. I will have other people that do this linked down in my description box for you guys to be able to go watch. Most appropriately, of course, Steph as the creator of this. This, again, is a low-buy series, and I'm super excited to talk to you about how things panned out last year, my first year doing it, and how we're going to go about it this year. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, please keep on watching. For those of you new here, hi. My name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high-end, colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry as a field leader for Ulta Beauty, so I get a lot of education in my position, but ultimately, I just like talking about makeup. So I'm out here living my best life, doing the darn thing, and talking about makeup with you people who I'm assuming also like to talk about makeup if you're here and you're watching me. So I do tend to be a little bit more of a chatty channel, so I hope that that's what sounds interesting to you, what sounds like it's going to bring solace to your soul, because this channel definitely brings solace to my soul, and I just want to be able to provide that for you out there as well. With that said, let's roll into the intro to my Makeup Rehab for 2023. I feel like I look really dewy, but it's maybe the primer that I'm wearing, which is the Valentino V-Lighter face base. I really like it. I might have to buy a full size of it because that is just a little tiny sample guy, and it's almost gone now. Forgot my audio. Always forget my audio. So for those of you new to the Makeup Rehab series, it is a low-buy series that, as I said in the intro, was created by Steph. And the premise of it is that you give yourself a certain amount of points to utilize to purchase makeup products for the year. And last year I did it and I called it my beauty budget series, and I didn't have a really great semblance as to, or organization as to, how I was going to do it. So I wanted to make sure that this year I came to you with a little bit more organization, but also a lot more premise to it, because I was just kind of flying by the seat of my pants last year. And this year I want to be a little more strategic about how I do this series. So with that said, I'm going to roll through the rules that I am giving myself in this Beauty Bank series, where we'll talk a little bit about how it went last year, and we'll go from there. So last year I gave myself 35 points at the beginning of the year. And for every product that I purchased with my own money to bring specifically into my collection, I lost a point. And for every product that I was able to empty, I gained a point. And I'm only counting those items that fall into my inventory, Excel spreadsheets. So anything makeup, and then setting spray, I don't count skincare, hair care, nail care, any of those things. And I ran it from the 1st of January to the 31st of December. Some of these things are not going to be changing. That is one thing that is not going to be changing. The parts that are going to be changing, I think, are going to make it easier to digest and understand. Previous to this year, I did an empties video and I did a haul video. And in my haul video, I showed you all of the things I was hauling in, and I deducted points. And then in my empties video, I showed you all the things that I was emptying, including makeup and body care and skincare and all the things. And then I deducted points. So basically I had 2 videos going out every single month in which I was talking about my beauty budget. And that was really confusing for me, number 1, and really confusing, I'm sure, for you, number 2. So this year, again, it is a year-long beauty bank. It is running from the 1st of January, so it's already started, through the 31st of December. I have built in a couple of things. I am giving myself a free month during the month of September. This is the month of my birthday. I always spend a lot of money on myself for my birthday. This is the time of year where I kind of give myself free reign to get the things that I want if I haven't gotten them yet. With that said, I will not lose points for the items that I'm purchasing, but I will also not gain points for the products that I'm emptying in September. This does not mean that I won't be emptying products in September. This just means that if I do empty products in September, I will not get those points counted again into my beauty bank. Some things that are the same from last year is there are particular things that do not count against me in terms of taking points away from me. I work at Ulta Beauty, so I get gratis. Gratis is not going to count against me. These are items that are given to me for reasons of, using them. We got education. We're using them. That way we can talk to our guests about it. But I also go to a conference every single year. And last year I brought in, I think, something like 46 items that filtered into my inventory that I didn't choose to be a part of my inventory. And I don't want to have to make a decision right then and there on whether I'm going to keep a product or not. So gratis does not count against me. Anything that is given to me as a gift and any gift buying that I do will not count against me either. Chances are you won't see the products that I'm buying as a gift for somebody else because I don't want them to see it here on my channel. But I will promise you that everything that I purchase for myself or get in as gratis or get in as a gift is going to be shown in a video. Any gift that was given to me will not count against me. And any point purchases that I make. So again, I work at Ulta Beauty. I get my hair done at Ulta Beauty, and just on getting my hair done, I earn so many points at Ulta Beauty, which then translate into dollars that I can spend. Last year, I hauled in somewhere around $800 worth of products, totally free. The reason why these things are not going to count against me is because at some point I spent the money and had something count against me at that point in time. So it's like double jeopardy, right? If I'm spending the money and earning the points off the money that I spent, and then also having those points taken away from me in my beauty budget, my makeup rehab, and then I spend those points and have another item taken out of the mix for my beauty rehab, it's like double, I'm getting dinged twice. So any point purchases that I make, anything that I am getting as a gift, and anything that I am being given as gratis will not count against my beauty bank. My beauty bank last year started at 35 points. And for the first 3 months of the year, I don't know what it is, something inside of me, I don't spend hardly any money on beauty items during the first 3 months. So the points roll into the next month. So I was just continuing to add in points and add in points and add in points, but not really spending, to the extent that in October, I ended up with something like 47 points, and I took 20 points out of the mix because I felt like I just had way too many points and it seemed ridiculous at that point. So I started October earning 47 points and ended up with 20 because I took away the 7 products that I had purchased, but then also took 20 points just flat off the top. So this year I was like, how do I make this make sense and be challenging, but also be realistic for my spending habits? So I'm going to start this year with 20 points instead of 35. That's a full 15 points less than I started last year with. But again, as I empty products, I earn points, and this is the end of January and I've not purchased anything in January. So I do think that this is totally doable for me. And when I think about what I was able to do last year, I do think that I won't have a problem with this. I will lose 1 point for every single purchase that I make with my money for my inventory, things that I am bringing into my inventory that are not in those don't count against me categories. And I will gain 1 point for every single empty that I have. Those are my easy peasy rules. I lose a point for every purchase I make. I gain a point for every empty I have. Regardless of the empty, if it's in my inventory, it counts as a point for me. So some samples, like when I talk about this is a sample that falls into my inventory. I don't count like blister packets in my inventory, so those wouldn't also count as a makeup empty for me. Sets, bundles, boxes, things that I purchase in sets, bundles, or boxes are going to count as one item. So here's the reason why. When I purchase, I don't often purchase in sets or bundles or whatever, but I can't take that set and buy them singularly. So if I buy it and it's in a set of, say, 12, that's going to count as one purchase because it's one price that I pay. If it shows up as one receipt line, that's one item, in my humble opinion. I do have some no-buy categories or like extra rules that I have to abide by. So my no-buy categories are mascara, liquid eyeliners, and face palettes. I don't need any of those things. There's no reason for me to purchase them. So those are on my no-buy list. If I do, the price of purchasing one of my no-buy list items is 3 points. I do have another category that I was going to put into this no-buy, but I just know myself and I know that it's just not possible, and that is lip gloss. I don't need any more lip glosses. If you guys watch my inventory, I'll link it up in the cards for you. If you watch my inventory though, you know I have a ton of lip glosses. I think I have 90. There is no reason why I need to purchase any more. However, lip gloss is my favorite lip product. It is, above all things, something that I wear on my lips every single day. So lip gloss is going to be one of those products that, much like blush or highlighter, I can't just walk past and go, ooh, that's pretty, and keep on going. It will permeate in my brain and I will not stop thinking about it until I've purchased it. So that is on my 1 in, 1 out rule. And I do have a number goal for blushes and highlights, and that is no more than 5 blushes and no more than 5 highlight singles can be purchased throughout the year, regardless. It'll make me think really long and hard about the blushes or the highlights that I want to bring into my collection. Last year, I didn't spend a whole lot of time thinking about highlights, but I damn sure did spend a whole lot of time thinking about blushes. So I'm really hoping that these rules are going to help curb the enthusiasm to bring those things into my collection. So just to go back over the rules, I have 3 no-buy categories: mascara, liquid liners, and face palettes. If I purchase any one of those kind of items, they do count as 3 points for me. Face palette counts, whether it's a combination face palette, a blush palette, a bronzer palette, a highlight palette, and each one of those is a 3-point depletion if I do purchase one of those things. My lip glosses are 1 in, 1 out, and I can buy no more than 5 blushes and no more than 5 highlighters throughout the entirety of the year, and I'm starting with 20 points. How I come to you with these things is going to look different this year. I'm not going to do 2 separate videos. So I may have an empties video on my channel, but it will be all the beauty products minus makeup think Steph does it best. She brings all of the hauled in makeup purchases that impact her inventory and all of the makeup empties that impact her inventory and her makeup rehab series then into one video. I will start doing that as well. So with that said, there's our intro. The first update will be in February. Please tune in for that. If you're looking to follow along, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are having an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope that you all are having an awesome January, that you and yours are well, that you're safe, that you're healthy, that you're getting along as best you can in this crazy world, that you are all loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye, friends.